We heard about Cornerstone because of their reputation in the community and their advertising, and I did a lot of online research for customer satisfaction and found that they were one of the best in the area.
The kitchen before was very standard kitchen, very standard cabinetry, and it clearly needed an uplift. It was 15 years old. It didn't look like it was used, but it was very dated. But going with Cornerstone obviously gave it a whole fresh new look in here and just transformed this into something that we absolutely love.
We come from New York and we tend to like a design that has a little bit of a flair and a little bit of a typical Floridian look. And so we went to Cornerstone and we said we wanted a fun look. And when Cornerstone heard that, I didn't really have to explain it. They knew exactly what we wanted. We wanted to blend interesting granite with the dark woods and stainless steel. And it was actually a pleasurable experience to pick out everything because they had it all. They have their own granite yard. It is very user-friendly. You literally go and you walk past many, many, many slabs of granite. And we were immediately drawn to this particular granite because it had a lot of different colors, it had a lot of movement, and it had everything we were looking for. There was only 3 slabs left. That is exactly what we wanted. They immediately pulled it aside and we began to build the rest of the kitchen from there. The interesting part was, and this was actually the best part of doing our kitchen that I really appreciate from Cornerstone, just before they were about to cut the granite, they invited us to the granite yard again, and they had a template which they were going to apply over the granite. I knew I wanted a certain part of the granite in a certain area of the counter. They were able to let me reposition the granite and get the pieces and parts of the granite that I wanted in the certain cabinetry areas. And that to me was the best part of doing the kitchen project overall, because I had full control over what I wanted to look at every day.
The sealant on the granite, it's lifetime, no conditions that were on it, and that's one of the things that we absolutely love about the granite. The backsplash from Cornerstone took a very long time because with all the movement that was in the granite itself, we had to kind of go with something neutral and something subtle. And Cornerstone again came to the rescue because they put a good 10 or 15 different designs in front of us, let us pick and choose what we thought was the best, and then helped us narrow it down to the one that we thought was perfect. The choice in cabinetry from Cornerstone was phenomenal. They had so many different colors, so many different shapes, so many different styles. It really was to our advantage, but they helped us very much to narrow down exactly what we were looking for, so it was a real good experience. And then of course I love the color of the cabinets and the way the finish turned out exactly like they said it would.
The cabinetry on the doors that are adjacent to our kitchen actually bothered me a little bit because it had the traditional bifold doors, which were white, and because it was part of the kitchen area, I had asked if we could frame out the bifold doors and put cabinet fronts to them. And they ended up coordinating the doors to match. And to me, it just rounds out the whole area.
Cornerstone took about a month and a half, and they were projecting about 45 days. So not only were they on budget, but they were also on time, and we were very pleased with that. And typically, they would make phone calls a day in advance, and they would be here within certain hours on time and did the work during the time frame that they said that they would. Cornerstone has been absolutely great. The service, the follow-up, the phone calls, it's been absolutely positive, good experience with them. And what I really like the most about them is that even after there were a couple adjustments that needed to be made afterwards, they were always on top of it.
To be able to have so much input into a kitchen design instead of just being presented with a design and having hands-on ability to decide what you want to do and where it goes, to me was the best part of the project. Our guests are always amazed at how much more room there seems to be in our kitchen than before. Our cabinets are higher. We were able to eliminate a dinette area for eating and use the counter instead, which opened up the kitchen quite a bit. And the colors seem to be brighter here. Even though we had white cabinets, and dark cabinets now, the overall look of the kitchen itself seems to be more open and bright.
Not only would we suggest and recommend Cornerstone, we already have. Many of our friends that live here in the condominium that have come over and seen the new kitchen absolutely love it, and we've recommended them several times over. Cornerstone has been absolutely great. The service, the follow-up, the phone calls, it's been absolutely positive, good experience with them.